I'd like to think it's not a hot take when I say SpongeBob SquarePants is the greatest cartoon of all time. We can all agree with that, right? I mean, it's funny, it's memorable, it's iconic. Everyone in the world knows, and most people love this show. And I'm old, so I'm specifically talking about the first 3 seasons and the movie. Sorry, kids. But if first place is taken, what's the second best cartoon of all time? Can't be The Simpsons or Family Guy, since they've long left their glory days behind. There was some fun stuff throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, but they don't have the same batting average SpongeBob had back in its prime. What about something a little more modern, like Gravity Falls or DuckTales? Those are top-notch shows as well, and I love how they told an ongoing story that reached a satisfying conclusion. But for me personally, a cartoon simply needs to be funny and lovable and entertaining. No ongoing stories or drama is really necessary. So if first place is reserved for SpongeBob, what cartoon could possibly take the coveted second place spot? And if first place is already reserved for another, wouldn't that make second place the real first place? Kiff. Created by Nick Small and Lucy Heavens, two creators from South Africa who I had previously thought to be New Zealanders, premiered on Disney Channel in 2023, but you'd never know it since it has little to no presence online. It has a relatively small fan base and no major YouTube reviewers have talked about it. Apparently it does well in terms of viewership, so I assume a lot of kids like it, but as far as having a fan base of adults like pretty much every other cartoon, it's been very minimal, which I think is a shame because this to me is the perfect successor to the original run of SpongeBob SquarePants. The thing about this show is that it's hard to describe to people and make it sound interesting or worth watching. It follows a girl named Kiff and her best friend Barry who kind of just do things. They go to school and just hang out around town and funny things happen. There's no way to explain it, you just gotta watch it and see how it goes down. If you try to describe an episode of SpongeBob, it would kinda just go down the same way. A sponge does things. At first glance, this is one of those shows that takes place in a world of anthropomorphic animals, but then you realize there's the added wrinkle of there also being mythical creatures like witches and fairies and unicorns. How did they come up with this? Kiff and friends live in Tabletown, which is such a nice, pleasant name for a location. Episode plots will range from crazy stories like having to save the town from a Halloween demon to Kiff has to sneeze and it just won't come out. Sometimes it's an elaborate Lord of the Rings parody about a ring light and the addictive power of social media. Sometimes Kiff just wants a nickname. Even the dead simple episodes manage to go in directions you'd never expect. Kiff strikes the perfect balance of just being fun and funny and watchable. It never goes too far into being obnoxious. They keep it all just the right level of hilarity. The humor ranges from cartoony nonsense to very mundane little moments. I've described it as feeling like a kid-friendly version of an Adult Swim cartoon, particularly another masterpiece, Smiling Friends. It's just the right balance of entertaining and for all ages too. I'm a grown-ass man, child, and I find myself laughing out loud consistently. And I haven't even mentioned the songs. There are some incredible bangers in this show, none of which I will be playing clips of here, but trust me, these are some of the catchiest songs you'll ever hear in a cartoon. Almost every episode includes an original song, and almost all of them are next level earworms. I'll be thinking about these songs on my deathbed. Just all kinds of different genre styles and perfectly performed by the cast. The lead character is voiced by Kimiko Glenn, who you might recognize as...
Hi guys! Konnichiwa! Hajimemashite yoroshiku! Yay! Pain! Oh, happy friend-iversary. If I didn't have you, it'd be worse for me. I'm made of shadows, you're made of flesh. Whoever thought that we would mesh?
And she's truly incredible. The stuff she can do with her voice is just comedy genius.
Billiam! Oh, look, it's Darren!
Kiff, as a character on paper, is very standard, but the brilliance is in the simplicity. She's a very SpongeBob character, silly and fun-loving without ever going overboard into becoming an obnoxious bother. Kiff also has a very responsible side. She's always ready to take the lead and help the people around her. Unlike most kid characters out there, she actually likes school and being a contributing member of society. Kiff Chatterley is kind of like a match between SpongeBob SquarePants and Malin Lee, which I guess would make her the greatest character in fiction. Then we got our best friend Barry, who can be a bit more dim-witted than Kiff, but again, never taking it too far where he's like aggressively stupid. He's good. He's great.
Okay.
Then there's Trevor, who flip-flops back and forth between being friend and foe. He'll straight up be a villain sometimes, which is what's so dang funny. And he's voiced perfectly by one Tom Kenny.
Phase 1 complete.
Then there's Candle Fox, who's just the best.
Wasn't that fun, Candle?
Fun! Candle! Fun candle! I love having fun.
when I'm having fun and I get excited about having fun, sometimes I want to make sure that we keep having fun. So I have your fun, Gnome. You know what I mean? You Gnome? What I mean, Gnome?
No.
Look at that design. Listen to that voice. Yeah, she's the best. Look at those teeth. This is truly an embarrassment of riches in terms of characters. Pretty much everyone from Helen the Witch to Principal Secretary, Kiff's parents, Martin and Beryl, Barry's siblings, the extended friend group like Renee and Reggie and Patty and Darren. I just love these little critters. And now, real quick, and in no particular order, my top 20 favorite episodes. Road Trip, 5 Pigeons of the Acapella Apocalypse, Leave a Little Juice, Halfway There Day, Totally Tabletown, Two Truths and a Berry, The Sound of Helen, Weekly Grocery Shop, Friendship in the Time of Cheese Caves, Mall Leader, Trevor's Rockin' Halloween Bash, Blooper Quest, Sun's Out, Buns Out, Kiff Has to Sneeze, The Other Movie, Stranded, Rotten Banana, Dinner with Darren, Rock Cake, Kiff and Barry Save Halfway There Day. So what's next for Kiff? At the time of this recording, Season 2 continues to roll out episodes. Season 3 is in the works, and the creators of the show have a deal at Disney to develop other cartoons, which tells me all involved are happy with what's been done so far. How about a Kiff movie? I can only hope. My goal with this video was to try to spread the word about why Kiff is a great show and worth a watch. But whether it's because I'm terrible at explaining things or because the show defies explaining, I don't really know if I got my point across. But trust me, if you enjoy funny, likable cartoons, this one is 100% worth your time. We all want different things from animation, but to me, as a wise man once said, art is supposed to be happy and fun, and that's exactly what Kiff is. There's so much to this show that I love, but there's just too many things to mention.